Okay, so when you hear the term AI second brain, I know what you might be thinking. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But trust me, it's not about brain implants or anything crazy like that. It's actually a surprisingly simple and really practical system you can start building today. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what it is and how it can seriously help you deal with all that information overload.
Does this sound painfully familiar? I mean, we have all been there. You download an app like Evernote or Notion, you're full of these amazing intentions. You start dumping articles, ideas, to-do lists, everything in there for months. But sooner or later, it just becomes a digital graveyard, a cluttered, chaotic mess of thousands of notes that, if we're being honest, you never look at again. It's a warehouse with no staff. For decades, note-taking has really been about one thing: storage. Just putting stuff away. But what if we could flip that script? What if your notes could actually work for you instead of you constantly working just to manage them?
And that brings us to the first really big idea here, the huge shift from the old way of thinking to the new way. We're talking about moving from a passive warehouse for your thoughts to an active assistant that actually helps you process them. This is the fundamental upgrade. So here's the crucial difference. The old way, that storage model, it puts all the work squarely on your shoulders. You have to do all the tagging, the filing, the organizing, and then you have to remember to go back and find stuff. The new way uses AI to create an active system. Seriously, think of it like a personal assistant who reads your notes, files them correctly for you, and then reminds you about what's actually important. The system does all the heavy lifting. So when we say AI personal assistant, what are we really talking about? Well, it's not some single product you go out and buy. It's a system you can build yourself from mostly free tools, things like automation platforms and AI language models. And the key word, the absolute most important word here, is automatically. Your job is no longer to be a digital librarian. Your only job is to capture the thought. The system handles literally everything else. All right, so that's the big picture. But how does the system actually, work? You might be thinking it sounds super technical, that you need to be a coder or something. But that's not the case at all. It's built on 8 simple, totally understandable building blocks that all work together. So let's walk through them. And this is such a brilliant way to think about it. It's just like a kitchen, right? In a kitchen, you need a fridge, a stove, a sink. The specific brands you buy, they don't matter nearly as much as just having those core components. It's exactly the same here. These 8 blocks are the essential parts, and you can build them with all sorts of different tools. Okay, the whole process kicks off with these 3 absolutely critical steps. First, you've got the Dropbox. This is the one and only place you capture a thought. It has to be incredibly fast. We're talking 0 decisions needed. You just dump it in and you move on with your day. Then comes the magic, the sorter. This is an AI that reads your note and automatically figures out what it is. Is it about a person, a project, an idea? You don't have to decide, it does it for you. And finally, the form. The AI applies a consistent structure to every single note, which is what makes the whole system so incredibly powerful. So the other 5 blocks, they're all about making the system reliable and actually useful. The filing cabinet is just where the notes live, but the AI manages it, not you. The receipt gives you a log of what the AI did, which is so important for building trust. The bouncer is great. It keeps junk from getting into your system by just asking you for clarification if it gets confused. The tap on the shoulder is that daily or weekly nudge with your priorities. And the fix button gives you a super simple way to correct any AI errors so you continue to trust the system. Now, I know what you're thinking. Just 4 categories? People, projects, ideas, and tasks? That seems way too simple. But that's the whole point. It is intentionally simple. See, more categories create more decisions, and more decisions create friction. And then you just stop using the system. The guiding principle here is that simple beats clever every single time. You can always add more later, but start with just these 4. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but I get it, you might be a little skeptical. Can an AI really do all of this reliably? And the answer is a resounding yes. It's because the technology has taken this massive leap forward just in the last couple of years. Let's look at why the system works so well now. Just look at this timeline. Before 2020, AI really struggled to understand the context of just normal human language. But in the last few years, wow, we've seen a huge leap. Today's AI gets nuance. It can follow specific, structured instructions with incredible consistency. And the best part, the tools to do all this are powerful. A lot of them are free, and you absolutely do not need to be a programmer to use them. If you only take away one thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. This is the new paradigm. Your single responsibility in this entire system is to capture the thought, the idea, the task. That's it. You drop it in the box, the AI handles all the rest, the sorting, the filing, the reminding, the summarizing, everything. It is so crucial to understand the ultimate goal here. This is not another productivity hack that's designed to squeeze every last drop out of your day. It's not about that whole hustle culture thing. It is about something so much more valuable. It's about relief. So let's be crystal clear about this. We are not building some complicated productivity machine. We are not starting a demanding journaling habit that you'll feel guilty about. This is not a permanent commitment. The goal is simple. It's relief. It's that feeling of knowing that all your ideas are safe, they're organized, and they'll come back to you right when you need them without you having to constantly manage them. So the real question isn't about becoming more productive, is it? It's about feeling less overwhelmed. It's about offloading that huge mental burden of trying to remember everything so your mind is finally free to do what it does best, to think, to create, and just to be present. So are you ready to give your brain that relief?